welcome back to another video. I've got glitter already everywhere and I haven't even started yet. So I'm going to be doing something really random in this one. I've got 5 nails here ready, and I've got out all of my flakes that I've got, and some dusts and some shapes and a bit of foil as well. So I've basically just picked out everything that's iridescent, I don't know, sort of designs, and I'm going to just throw them all together and see what we turn out with. Basically I'm going for a sort of opal design, and then I'm going to mix some clear with some white ink to see if we can get like a little marbly opally effect going on. So if you are as interested as me to see if it works, then stick around. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair up these flakes and dusts with each other. I'm going to create 5 little bundles of the ones I'm going to use together. I'm not going to actually plan them though, so I'm not going to like look at the undertones of each one and stuff like that. I'm literally just going to grab a couple things, throw them together, and I'm going to put them on a nail. That is how I'm going to go and do this. So Gabriel I'm going to use on all of them just to make it fair, because it's a foil and it's the only foil that I've actually got out. I've got lots of iridescent ones, but I don't have the patience to go through them all, so Gabriel will have to do. First thing I picked up. So we've then got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's perfect. I can have two flakes on each nail. So we'll go for those two, these two. Oh, they're really similar. I just happen to be picking up the ones that are really similar now by accident. Okay, so the ones that I'm going to be using are Periwinkle Flakes from Tears with Annabelle from Magpie. So they're 2 for 1 nail. And then we've got Marybelle and Trixabelle for another nail. And then we've got Tia's Firecracker Flakes with Clarabelle. And then we've got Jezebel and Rosanna Flakes. And then we've got Autumn Fall Flakes from Tia's, and then Periwinkle from Magpie. So we're going to put those 2 together. I'm going to be doing this all on black, by the way, as well. So that's why I'm getting a bit excited, because I just want to see what all these flakes look like on black. So then we've got 5 different of these, which is really useful. Daisy isn't really like the other ones. I might use Bridie instead, just to make it a little bit more fair, because that's quite a thick dust and that wouldn't really make it even. So I'm going to go with those instead. So I'm going to do this. I'm just going to put them like that. Then we've got our little collections ready for our nails to begin. Obviously we've got Gabriel for all of them. So I'm just going to prepare these nails and pop them on my practice stand, and then I'll be back for us to start the fun bit. Okay, so all I've done with this nail is popped a coat of black gel polish on from Magpie. It's Black Betty. I'm just going to do another coat now, and I'm going to cure this for just half of the time. Magpie's gels are really, really good, and they have a really good tacky layer, but I just prefer, especially when working with flakes, to half cure, add the flakes, and then cure the rest. So that is what I'm going to do. I also forgot to mention that obviously you would have seen that in my pile of items that I'm going to be using, we've got butterflies and this mixture here. I think this is called Dolly Mixture on their website. I'm not 100%, but I think it's something like that, or Dolly Mix or something. I'm going to be using both of these on all 5 of the nails, just to link all the nails together. So obviously the only thing that is going to be the same on all of them is a bit of this foil and these shapes as well, just to tie them all in, because they are all going to be displayed in my display book, and I've kind of got like sets of 5 going on at the moment, so I want them all to be the same. So when that's come out of the lamp, we're going to get going with the first nail. So the first one, I'm going to be using Iris, Periwinkle and Autumn Fall Flakes from Tears. So I'm going to go in with the flakes first. I'm going to pop those just basically all over randomly on the nail. Then we're going to add a bit of dust, and then we're going to top coat that. not top coat, sorry. Then we're going to put a layer of Gimme Strength over that. I'm going to wipe off the tacky of that, put a bit of full foiled on, and then we'll go ahead with some Gabriel and then a bit of detail on top if I feel like I want to. So let's see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the flakes now. I'm just going to pick some up randomly and literally just plonk them anywhere on the nail. I need to move my phone a little bit, else I'm going to keep knocking it with my phone, and if that annoys you as much as it does me, it'll really irritate you all. So let's just move away a little bit and zoom in a bit. So there we go. So that's the Tears flakes that I've added so far. Just going to go in with some of these Magpie ones now, which actually are a completely different colour to the ones that I've just put on. So that's exciting already, because the whole point of doing this like experimenting is I wanted to see colours together that I wouldn't usually put together. So who knows, we might get to the end of this and think, oh my god, they all look ridiculous. But we might also come up with some really cool creations that we wouldn't usually have done. So that's my aim, is I just wanted something different, basically, that I wouldn't normally think to put together. Because if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. If it goes well, then that's very exciting and very interesting to see colours together you wouldn't usually put together. I must say, I love those Tears ones, they are gorgeous. So I'm just going to brush off any excess. I'll do that off camera just because I don't want it going everywhere. Okay, so I'm just brushing off all the excess, making sure that they're a little bit more flattened down than they were. How gorgeous is that? So I'm quite happy with that so far, actually. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit now because that's a bit of a joke. So as I said, I'm going to pop a coat of Give Me Strength on. I do have 2 bottles of Give Me Strength clear. One of them I use for things like this, like over flakes and dusts and all that fun stuff. And then one of them is just for everything else that's not messy. So obviously it is useful to have 2 different bottles to try and prevent getting stuff like dust on nails that you don't want to. So anyway, I'm going to pop that on top. Obviously it probably will move around a little bit, but it's not a problem. So that's what we've got so far for this nail. Very exciting. And then what I'm going to do is just in the wet Give Me Strength, I'm going to grab my, what is this called? Detailer brush from Magpie, and I'm going to use this to apply some of Iris. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and pick bits up and literally just drop it down, just anywhere really. I'm not doing it in any particular way, like I don't want huge patches of it in one place, so I'm making sure it's a little bit spread out, but other than that, just going with it, not overthinking it. The whole point is to just go with it and just hope for the best. If it goes well, then fantastic. If it looks a bit rubbish at the end, it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to add a few more flakes to this layer as well, just to give it a bit of depth. Just going into both the different ones now. I am loving this. I love just sitting. And as awful as it is being in lockdown, and I do hate it to an extent as well, I do kind of like having this time to just sit and do things like this and chat as well, because I don't usually get the chance for that. So anyway, I'm not obviously going to talk through every single one out of all 5 because it'll be a really long video. So I'm just talking through this one. And then I will, on the other ones, just voice over very briefly what I'm doing, and I will speed them up as well, so it's not a ridiculously long video, because obviously this is just one nail and it's like 10 minutes long. But anyway, I hope you all like this one so far. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp. So one thing I have decided against is the foil. I've decided that that's probably just not really a necessary step with how much we've got going on these nails, so I'm not going to use that. Instead, I am literally just going to throw on some white ink and just see how it looks on this nail. If it looks alright, I will leave it and do it on the rest. If it doesn't, I will just leave it and we'll just go with it, with what we end up with looking like at the end, just with our butterflies and shapes on. So this is really exciting. Okay, so we're back out of the lamp again. I'm just going to put another coat of Give Me Strength on, because this is the layer that my shapes are going to adhere to. So I'm just going to pop that on, not majorly thick, because obviously I will be encapsulating with Give Me Strength over the shapes as well. So I'm just going to pop a couple of them just in random places. So I don't think I'm going to record all of this bit, because I'm literally just going to be picking up different things and just basically just popping them absolutely anywhere on the nail. So you don't really need me to sit and show you that, especially because it doesn't look like it's going to even focus very well on it anyway. So I am literally just going to be just picking them up, placing them on, and just putting them in totally random places. So I'm not going to record this on this nail or any of the others either. So if you're wondering why these bits are just going to appear on the nails after this clip, that is why. But yeah, that's all I'm doing, is just picking them up, placing them on. Okay, so for this next bit, I'm going to be trying something new. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I've decided to do a marble in a different way to usual. So I'm using my white from the Blossom collection from Blue Sky. And I'm just going to place it either side of this. And then I'm just going to grab a dotting tool and just put it through the top coat. I'm then going to apply that to this nail. So there is actually Give Me Strength on this nail, so I haven't got to worry about ruining it or anything, because I know that I can just wipe it straight off if I don't like it. So basically what I'm going to do is just pick up this white with clear, and as usual, and like the point of this whole exercise, I'm just going to place it on the nail and just see what sort of effect it gives, and just keep dragging through it all over. I don't want too much where it covers up what we've done underneath, but I want enough for you to be able to see it. So we're just going to work with it until I'm happy, which if you know me well enough, you all know that that will never happen. I'm a nightmare. But there we go. So I'm just going to play with it a lot. I won't talk through this bit because I probably will go on for ages and ages, so I might even put it on a real quick time lapse. I'm just wiping the majority of it off. I just want a bit of a white wash over the top, just to dull it down just slightly and get that sort of like misty effect on there. So yeah, I'm just going to go with it, I think. Okay, just going to top coat now, and then I'm going to whiz through the next 4 nails. So I'm not going to go into great detail about them, like I've already told you what I'll be using in them and stuff like that. I'm just going to go ahead and pretty much do it, because obviously this is going to be a really, really long video if not. But look how much depth we've got there and how much is going on. Like, it's so nice. I actually really like that. It's very different, and I like different. I like that it reflects differently as well in different lights and angles and stuff. So yeah, basically I'm going to do that exactly the same, but with another 4 different colours and stuff like that. So let's see how they turn out. So these are the ones I'm using next. This is Bridie, Rosanna, and I don't know why I said that out loud because I've already forgotten. It's not on the screen anymore. But anyway, I'm going in with those 3. And just doing the exact same as I did for the other one. I actually decided not to record all 5 nails because obviously it was already quite long with just the one. So I did quickly film this, speed it up a little bit, showed you the other 3 that I do after this, like at different stages of what I was doing with them. But that's all I did for the other 3, and obviously you can see pictures at the end, and the thumbnail is of all 5 as well. So I really enjoyed doing this actually, just putting random stuff together and just seeing how it turns out. I think I might do this more often, obviously not on a client because it might turn out not so good next time, but yeah, I really enjoyed it actually, and I find flakes really, I don't really know the word for it, versatile, I don't know, whatever you do with them they always seem to look really good, so it's really helpful that you don't have to worry too much because they always just look good. So anyway, I'm just obviously putting my Give Me Strength on this again, ready to put the shapes on top of, and then I just throw them on and then cure that, another coat of Give Me Strength, and then I go in with the marble again with the clear and the white, which actually I really liked the look of as well. Unfortunately, these are the types of nails that don't look amazing on camera. Like, you know, when you just do something, you look at it in real life and you think that's really good, and the picture or the video just doesn't pick it up. It's really frustrating. But they did look really, really effective. There will be some photos on my Instagram of them as well. If you want to check them out, they're usually a little bit clearer than the ones that I have at the end of my videos, just because I don't know why, but the video editing app that I use seems to wreak havoc with my photos. But anyway, I was really, really happy with how these turned out. It was nice just have the time to just sit and relax and just mess about with nail art basically, because that's exactly what I did. Just picked some stuff up and did it. So this is what these look like without the white on. This is when I've put the shapes on. They've got all the flakes and everything and the dust on. They look absolutely amazing. I tried to get a lot of clips of them because I just couldn't capture how good they looked. But anyway, so obviously I add everything else, and then at the end here I'm just showing you clips of each one with what products I used to create that, just in case you wanted to give it a go. I'm going to leave it here because obviously I've talked a lot during this video. You're probably sick of the sound of my voice, but thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, then hats off to you, you've done a great job. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye!